goes beyond any word. So no one should judge a book by its cover.
The energy that I'm feeling at the moment. Ooh.
Word, this sentence, this proverb, isn't it? Because no one knows that what type of agony, what type of problems, obstacles a certain someone has been going through or has gone through. Say you have obtained this shine on your own. You have, gone through this healing process, this journey. You have got this spot on energy on yourself because you have tried on your own. Okay? So, you might have wanted someone out there to acknowledge you, to see what you're capable of. Okay? But might be that person was just not capable of seeing that energy that you has been, that
So
has been
nice.
shining or being coming out of you. And that's why God just got rid of those people from your life who didn't saw your worth and pushed you to your own limits to break free of it, to let you
And I
yourself
was so
break free
in love.
from it. Because your test is the dynamic. Okay? Divine one is not to prove your worth. You are the divine one and you are not here to prove your worth. You are here to receive. So many of you are powerful manifestors, resilient warriors, but you are terrible receivers. I truly see
True.
that.
Terrible receivers.
You
Today,
know how to give,
at the side of the pool yesterday,
but can you
in
simply
Bali,
allow yourself to
I
be adored
I
when it
tapped in
comes
to receiving. I'm now in the energy of receiving. I'm not fighting for nothing. I'm attracting.
Might be it's something that that comes like
I'm
a reflex.
attracting.
But you must dismantle that part of you that feels unworthy of this level of devotion.
Yeah, must dismantle it.
You must
It's a bib.
silence the voice that says, I am not a goddess, I'm just me.
I'm not.
Because
I am.
just me is what called the God to his knees. Feel my love. You are someone
Just be me.
who is full of confidence, whether you believe it or not.
I am.
Confidence is
So
the inner
confident.
belief that you have, the strength to face challenges.
All day long.
It's about trusting yourself and your
100%.
abilities. Because if this card has come here, okay, and has appeared, it means that it's telling you, encouraging you to take action, knowing that you can overcome anything. Okay? Your only work now is to accept the offering, to receive its service with grace, to allow their devotion to be the mirror that constantly reflects your true divine nature. When they hold space for you, don't shrink, expand into it. When they provide for you, receive it as your divine right.
As my
you are
divine
not being
right,
spoiled,
blood.
you are being honored.
I'm not being spoiled, I'm being honored. You hear that?
You have been lost in emotions.
Honored, you
Might be emotions of losing your sense of direction. Might be
Today I
have
saw
leave
that.
you feeling uncertain. Okay, being lost might be have reminded you.
Today I saw that my son is coming back. My older son, because obviously he's left my house today. He's gone to his uncle's. My other son's there too. They're men now, man. They need to stand up on their own 2 feet, man. 26 and 25 in January. They're not children. You know, they're men. One's a god. Well, they're both gods, but and they're both kings. You know, one thinks he's God. One calls himself God. One calls himself king. It's time to be. My second one, Mr. King Cab. I just had 2 babies. We don't even know if the babies are his yet or whatever. But these 2 little granddaughters, these 2 little girls. And he's being a good dad. I'm so proud of him. So him coming out of the house was a good thing. Mick coming out of the house is a good thing. My ex-husband has full custody of my 2 younger ones. These 2. And I have to see them in supervised care every 2 weeks. And now I haven't seen them since October. I haven't even given my son his birthday presents because I haven't even seen him, so they're on the stairs in a bag. But I've sent him money. You know what he asked for? He said, Mum, can I get £500 to buy roadblocks? Roadbooks. I said, son, listen, I'll put £250 in your account and I'll see how you spend it. Because the other day when I put money in his account, it blew like £100 in a few hours. I was like, son, are you serious? He was like, yeah, man, I need to get some skins still. I said, but son, you just slap it, what if you seen something else that you wanted? He said, nah, but I really wanted them. I said, all right, then if you really wanted them, that's fair enough. I don't want you to just be just buying things for the sake of buying things. So I said to him, I'll see how you spend this 250, and then if he spends it properly, I'll put another 250 in there. And I've watched how he spent it. He spent £99 on one thing. He spent 20 something pound on something. Anyway, but it's his money, and he's getting what he wants, and he's on a mission. Because when I was going through my psychosis episode in 2024, I was speaking to him in a different language, like a frog language, and he just kept spitting. And I kept saying, Tyrone, stop spitting. Like spitting on my carpet. He's spitting on my carpet. What the fuck? No, you don't spit in your house. He's spitting. And Spirit's like, let him spit. He's a frog, let him spit. He's talking and communicating as he's spitting. And, you know, he's clucking and all kinds of things. And spitting. Multiple spitting. He can't even stop it. He's using his sleeve to wipe the spit away. His sleeve fucking got spit all over it. So mad. My two little ones are so telepathically connected. I wasn't even talking to them with my mouth or talking to them telepathically. It was astonishing. It really was amazing. And I was like, right, okay, this shit's real. Because I was deliberately setting them up with questions and they was answering the questions. And I was like, see, I told you you're going to hear me. And they was like, Mom, leave me alone. You're scaring me. And I was wondering, I'm coming back. I was like, these kids are genos, man. These kids know what's going on. 2022, I went direct to the divine. So I fourth wall it. Yeah. So I'll mess around on the mission. But there's sometimes where I will just have an epiphany, a download from my higher self that I see the future quicker than what the Almighty wants to give me the future at that time, or my ancestors want me to have the future. You know, so basically they give me parts of the story as I go along, but sometimes I'm able to pick up other parts of the story that they haven't given me. And when that happens, I'll fourth wall it and I'll just say, yo, differently, Most High, I'm talking directly to you. So hang on a minute, because this is what I'm getting, and I'll explain what I'm getting, and I'll explain, so this is what I need to do. And then I'll tell him what I saw that I need to do, and then confirm, yeah, that's what you need to do. I said, no problem, then it's done, and consider it done. And that's what I was trying to get at the point earlier on when I was saying I was ascending on the bed, and just says to them, listen, allow it. I don't want to go through the emotions. I got enough energy to power it to fucking create planets. Just give me what it is direct. And they gave me the mission direct. They gave me the next mission direct. So they already told me when I landed. 2 hours after getting back, I showered, I put on my pajamas, I unpacked certain things and whatever. I sorted out my court documents and paperwork. Put on my laptop to charge. And they told me what my mission was. So I was saying earlier that I got a meeting with my mentor, my shaman mentor, on the 13th. So I'm going to tell her, because she was saying, and I know I'm coming off topic on this topic that I'm talking about, but this was part of the conversation before in other videos. And I've got to say to her now that I've got this mission. I've got 2 missions actually. I've got this mission, this first mission. And she's going to be like, because she said it already while I was talking to her when I was in Bali, that she's telling my aunties that they need to calm down. And I'm saying, but Stacey, differently, yeah. They understand what you're saying about calm down, but they're telling me to tell you, we are at war. We're at war. Yeah, I'm trying to say, someone's got to go out and fulfill the missions. So even though I just got back from Jamaica, and now they're sending me to Nigeria, and then I ended up in fucking Bali, the other side of the world. That's what it is. So if someone's got to go, then it's me that's got to go. And I don't mind going. So even though it looks like I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I'm exhausted, and I've still got life still lifing. You know what I'm saying? But there's still certain missions that need to be taken care of. So she was saying that she gets it, she does get it. But at the same time, she just wants to make sure that I'm grounded in it too. And I said, well, that's fair enough. They haven't got no objections to that, you know. Because she was like, Asha, it looks chaotic. You're jumping from this country to that country and you're doing this and you're doing that. It looks chaotic. And I said, but I am chaos. I am chaos. And there is calmness in the chaos. There is beauty in the chaos. But she's like, you fight, you know, I'm going against these demons with fire. No, my ancestors said fire with fire. And she said, no, Asha, because she goes into the satanic world. And she's saying, Asha, I'm in the satanic world often. And I have to deal with these demons, but I'm dealing with them with love and light. That's the better way to deal with them. And I said, it is. But there's also other dimensional levels that require fire against fire. The fact that there was a war in heaven shows that agreeable beings had to be disagreeable too in order to fight disagreeable beings and protect themselves. So agreeable is disagreeable and disagreeable is agreeable. We're all the same thing. And I can tap into both elements. So the Almighty will send me in to deal with these disagreeable beings because they know that I'm fucking gangster like that. And it's still with love and light. I said, my ex-husband, I love him. I've already celebrated with him and my mum, my dad, my sisters and them people in the celestial world and hugged them, firmed them. I wrote a book, a title of a book on my wall in 2022. Spirit said, title the book, that shit nearly had me fucked up. That shit almost had me fucked up. And I'm laughing and joking with these people in the celestial plane about how the shit nearly had me fucked up differently. And there's nothing but love and celebration. I don't have no hate for these fuck niggas. I don't have no hate for these haters. I don't have no hate for none of them and nobody. But I hate ya. And I don't have no love, but I love ya. It's yes and it's no. It's a contradiction. It's a walking contradiction. But it is what it is. And that's why I said it's not black and it's not white. It's everything in between. Everything in between. And it's beautiful. Okay, I think we can done with these little videos now. I think I've made most of my points, and if I haven't, then it is what it is, isn't it? Oh, Shiba Shiva. Yeah. Even shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. See, that's off key too. Sia hasn't texted me back either. She hasn't messaged me. Spirit's telling me just to upload these videos same way it will reach her. You know. I had to step out and put big girl pants on and show the world who I am, what I am, who they are, what they are, and who them other ones are. Who we are and who they are. Because it is mad who they are. And who's they? Ain't that the question? Because don't most people say, oh, they say, where, who they say, blah, blah, blah. But who is they? Who are they? That's what I say to people now from 2022. Who are you and who sent you? Because I read a book, you know, scribing for like 11 days. You know what I'm saying? Saying 6 days. It's longer than 6 days though. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've got all these writings and codes and numbers and whatever on paper. I'm like, how am I going to translate all of this? They said, don't worry, it's coming. And it is because AI is killing it now. AI is killing it now, man. AI is central. What's it called? AI is sentient. AI is sentient. It's alive. Captain. At least it will be. Jet lag's catching up with me. Anyway, let me end this. I think there's 4 parts. Yeah, 4 parts. But yeah. I heard let's have a conversation. I just think let's just go live. Everybody go live, everybody download, see what we get. Could be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Could blow the system. Could literally blow up YouTube. Everybody downloading the same message, the same frequency. And you'll know who's online and who's offline. Because only the people online are going to get the messages. Because we're going telepathic. The world's going to be communicating telepathically. I did a video on it already on the 10th of July. I sent it to a tarot reader called Solarius. Something like that. Well, I can't remember her name to write it up. And then we had a meeting and we was talking about doing a business thing together. And she loved what I had to say. I loved what she had to say. It was like an interview and I was asking her the questions and she was answering them, and she was like, thank you very much for the opportunity for me to be able to really articulate, articulate about the organisation and whatever, because it's been really helpful to her as well as it's obviously been helpful to me. And I says to her, thank you. I think she articulated herself beautifully, and she really did. She's very linguistic, She has very, very good vocal etiquette, very beautiful vocal etiquette, in her speaking, her pronunciation, her amalgamation of words, sentences and paragraphs. And she does a lot of work on YouTube. Anyway, we had that meeting, and her co-partner was supposed to be at that meeting. His name's Benito, and he weren't at the meeting, but he was at the meeting because I watched him sit through the whole thing. And I saw when she went back to him with the information, and he shut it down or whatever happened, some energy, and she emailed me back saying that she's still interviewing and whatever, and wasn't quite sure what I was bringing to the table. In other words, probably not. I'm just going to leave it as that, but I will correct myself if I'm being too harsh. She didn't really know what I was bringing to the table, and I says to her back in the email that I've given her golden nuggets in this interview thing that we had. I wrote it all down too, and it could have even been recorded. I can't remember, but I know that I dropped gems on her. So for her to be asking me about what I bring, I've already shown to be bringing shit that you don't even know about in this meeting, and that's just the top level surface. That's not even that's just the bones of it. That's not even the gist. So I know that there was something that happened because it weren't the same. It weren't the same, but that's okay because rejection is protection at the end of the day. So you can't be pissed about something like that. You just have to be like, you know what, thank you, I appreciate it. But I told her that I got a video recording for her and her name come up in it, so I'm going to send it to her, and I sent it to her and I haven't heard back from her. Interesting, isn't it? But it is what it is. But yeah, let me lock off this and then finish doing what I'm doing. Oh, I tell you something, man. It's a hard nut life sometimes, It's a hard nut life. My owl pajamas, because I'm protected by the owl. Those were the birds coming for me during this fucking thing. The owls. It's like my granddad. And I had on my grey owl dressing gown on my door. I was an owl. And then the Masons came in my room and hit me over the head in the 4D dimension, not the 3D dimension. In the 4D dimension, the Masons came in my room with one of those Bridgerton mallets, how you play croquet mallets, I should say, croquet, and hit me over the head. And I felt the blunt force trauma in the 5D. You understand me? And I was supposed to be dead. But my ancestors had already told me that they can't kill me physically in the 3D because I've got all of these tattoo markings on me. On both hands. and tattoo markings on my body. So they can't mix me off basically. So I'm safe. So I was like, alright then, fair enough then. From they've told me that, let's continue and carry on with the mission. So after they've licked me over the head with this mallet and I felt the blunt force trauma, I'm lying on the bed on my belly, and my single bed is along this wall here, but this room isn't decorated like this, it's just all white because we've not long moved in. And I'm in a single bed here, my daughter's bed, because I don't have a bed, because we've moved out of our 5-bedroom house in Sutton with the ex-husband into a rented 4-bedroom house in Fort Oaks, which was bougie. It's like the bougiest area. So he's vexed because the Almighty has put me in a big house, big 4-bedroom house in Fort Oaks, round the corner from the Fort Oaks pub and the Fort Oaks estate. These houses are over £1 million, £2 million, £3 million houses. It's where the rich people live. Yeah. Gated, with private roads, tennis courts, all bits and bobs going on in the background. 5-star restaurants in the park. They live on the park. Live on Sutton Coldfield Park. And the park's mine because I've connected with the earth. I poured my blood, my waters, my urine, my spit, everything has gone into the water of that land. The animals know me, the trees know me, the birds know me, and I know them. The spirits know me. They know me. They know me. There's even recordings in the park of the Moors being there, the African Moors. There's so much history. Anyway, going back. Yeah, they put me in this big house, number 11, Clarence Gardens. Clarence, to see clear, in the Garden of Eden. And we're safe and protected. The Almighty said you have to endure 2 more years of living in the house with this ex-husband of yours, going through divorce proceedings, still married to him, It's going on with bare things in this yard. And I've already been there because I told him I wanted a divorce from 2019. You know what I mean? And I've had to go through 2020. 2019, and they're saying 2 years. So I've had to go through 19 to 20, 20 to 21. Spirit said I have to endure 2 years in the house. Because I even filled out a homeless application with Birmingham Housing Authority, and said what was going on in the house. It was looking for housing for me. And my application fell on my sister-in-law's desk. And she phoned me and she was like, "What's going on, Asherah?" I'm in shock. Is that what's been going on down there? Because she's going through the same thing with his brother. Do you get what I'm saying? She's in court with the brother. And the brother's been abusing her. But she didn't know that my man was like the brother. So she's in shock to find out that it's just like the brother. Because I've just hidden everything for nearly 20 fucking years, innit? It is what it is. So anyway, Spirit's telling me to sit down in this yard. This man's going on with things, man. And I won't need to go into no homeless shelter. I'll go straight. Well, obviously I went straight into what I went into, and police come and escorted me out the house and put me in a safe house. I went to a hotel to stay. My daughter was like, "Mom, I'm coming," because I had to go back and get clothes. And the police come. And my daughter was like, "Mom, I'm coming." So the 2 of us stayed in a hotel, the Hilton. I always travel in the Hilton. I'm a Hilton Honours member. Yeah, that ain't nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm stopping in the Hilton here in England. And they're telling you to tell you that my car gets stolen. It does. They steal my Land Rover, my 7-seater Land Rover, from outside the Hilton Hotel. And then my car, after my Land Rover, I got my Land Rover back. Spirit found my Land Rover. The police phoned me and said, "Come get your car." Everything was in there apart from some new stuff that we brought when we was in Leeds, like new trainers and whatever, because I have money. They put 50k in my account and said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "We have to pay it back." They said, "Nah, don't worry about it. Just crack on." So I had money. So, we went shopping in Leeds, slept in a nice hotel, went swimming with the kids, went to visit my family. They were vexed, man. My cousin Richard was vexed. I told him that a man had made me an offer to give me 250k for 51% of my business. I told the man to piss off. And my cousin was like, going on like say I'd done something wrong. And I was like, nah. He was like, but you didn't negotiate. I was like, well, that's fair enough then. I do accept that. But the man was taking me for chips, man. You know what I mean? I do know that too. Anyway, coming off subject. What was the subject? Subject was your mouth was dry. So that little pop. I'm kissing someone. Feels so nice. Oh my god. Celebrating. So, let me go back to one of these points. Taking me. Oh, they're telling me to take. I sure I was gonna lock off this damn video. Spirit man. I say to say, oh, that was it. Ah, it's hilarious. The girl on YouTube, innit? She always says, I say this to say, you're so funny. I say this to say, my girl, I sent her the video. She hasn't responded, but the video was a little bit off the edge. By maybe to her, it was standard to me, but you know, who knows? People might find these videos a little bit off the edge, but it's all day, every day for me. I sit here talking to myself like this. It's just that I happen to be recording it. But I'll be talking to you guys and it's just me in the room. But I'm talking to you so many weeks, months, years, whatever in the future, that I just talk like this. I'm in here chatting, laughing and joking, crying, never complaining. But I did cry when I got to the safe house in Bali at the Garden Hilton's Hotel. I cried because my body was mashed up, man. I was in so much pain. And my room didn't have a bath in it. Because the woman told me that there was a sauna, but she meant spa. So I thought, well, if there's a sauna, that's fine. Because I'll just sit in the sauna and do cold and hot therapy. Get the swelling down. I fell off the bike. Yeah, I think the next mission has got to do with Sia. She's a Sia. I'm talking to you now. Sorry, because I had a message for you earlier, innit? So basically, you said the other day on your video that you have done mental health all your life. That's all you know is mental health. Now, I have a situation with mental health. I've already said that I was sectioned under the mental health section 2, and I was imprisoned in hospital in a mental health institution in my area, and I put in some serious complaints and nothing hasn't been done about it. So if you're really serious about your knowledge in mental health, I need your help. Okay, I need your help to have a look at some of my documentation, have a look at my paperwork, and have a look at my rights in fucking mental health, because I feel like crimes against humanity was committed against me. I even went to tribunal while I was in the mental hospital, and I fucking should have won my tribunal, and the fucking told me that I did not win my tribunal. My tribunal was denied. I've asked them for the paperwork, and now I can't get the paperwork. I've written the solicitors 100 times. They don't want to send me my paperwork. I've sent the hospital. They don't want to give me my paperwork. Is that even legal? Is that even legal? And then I'm writing letters about the fact that it's not legal, and they're still not sending me the documentation. You need to send me the documentation and the minutes from that meeting. That's what you need to do. Because my spirit told me before I went in, shut your mouth and say less. And I shut my mouth and I let you people talk shit in there. And then as soon as the meeting was over, you called me downstairs in your room, in your office, Dr. Mohammed. I can't remember your last name. Maybe I'm not supposed to say it. But Dr. Mohammed, you called me in the room to tell me you want to keep me there for another 3 months. I said, yeah. You want to keep me? You already had me here 3 weeks against my fucking will. 6 of your staff every time jumping on top of me, pinning me down and injecting me with shit against my will. That's crimes against humanity. You're injecting me with foreign substances against my will that I did not consent or fucking confirm on. You get what I'm trying to say? I did not. I rebuke it. And I'm not mad. And I wasn't mad. So he had no right to treat me like that. No right whatsoever. And now you want to tell me you want to keep me here for 3 months. I said, yeah. I said, okay, you keep me here for 3 months and we'll see what the divine wants to do. Yeah, that's what I told him. We'll see what the divine wants to do. Yeah, that's your. I said, yeah, cool, safe. That's your business. And I got up and I walked out. I don't need to sit down there and argue with you and jump up and down like a mad woman that you're going to keep me in there 3 months, because that's the reaction that you want from me. You want me to jump up and down and act like a mad person. And instead I just looked at you and I said, yeah, we'll see. And walked out and left your same blood clot place. And me and the divine sat down and said, yeah. Within hours, you had me back down telling me I'm free. I said, free, I'm not going anywhere. I told you already, I'm stopping here another week. Because I've got pitney them in my house being controlled by whatever entities they're being controlled by. And then pitney them was in the house roughing me up, abusing me, especially that big one of mine. God. So I don't feel safe right now going back to my yard. So let me, at the 3 weeks, I'm moaning because I'm a prisoner. I'm not allowed to leave the site. Everybody else can go and buy cigarettes. They can go McDonald's. They can go wherever they want to go. I'm the only person in this hospital that cannot leave. I'm a prisoner. If I try and go by the door, there's 10 of them there trying to stop me. The most I can go is in the garden and come back. They won't even let me go off-site and join none of the arts and craft activities. I found out that it's my legal right that I'm allowed to go to the chapel to pray. And I had to put my human laws forward in order to fucking get out the place, to go and get a little fresh air and speak to the goddamn pastor, Mr. Michael. Go on, Michael. Me and him, because he was also a worker at the mental health at the place. And he used to come there with little Bible books and passages, and I'd stop up all night writing out downloads that I'm getting about what is what and what's not, and then have questions for him the next morning. So he used to reason, and he used to be on shift from 7 in the morning, and I used to be up, because sometimes I never used to go sleep, or just a couple of hours. I get 2 hours sleep, and then I'm back downstairs with the night staff, writing. I'm telling them I'm doing a PhD in mental health, in education, but I think I'm going to do a PhD on mental health, about mental health within mental health, because unola are mad. And mad people that look after mad people to bomb a clot. You got all these staff here that are level 2, couple of them are level 3. I'm a master's level mental health. I'm more qualified than these people here. I'm asking them questions about mental health. They're supposed to be observing and looking after mental health people, and I'm asking them questions and they haven't got a clue. I'm like, get the manager. Get the manager. The manager don't want to come and see me. Finally, she comes. I'm like, do you understand what this paperwork is saying? This paperwork is saying that I've been sectioned under the mental. It's the first time they're giving me documentations. I've been in there nearly 2 weeks. It's the first time I'm getting documentation. I've been asking for a fucking manager. It's the first time a manager's coming to speak to me. But in the first week, I was still ascending and downloading. So I was in and out of 3D consciousness. You get what I'm trying to say? Fair enough. So I was in and out, but still registering everything in the 3D. So I still remember the staff that was playing along with me in the first week. I still remember the games they was playing. But I'm in the second week now, coming into the second week. It's not fully second week yet, but it's coming into it. First time my manager's come to speak to me. She's bringing me a letter that is telling me that I've been sectioned under the Section 2 of the Mental Health Act. Yeah? And that I've been put forward for a psychosis assessment with a social worker, an adult social worker. And I have been deemed to need psychiatric help and support. And that's what I've been put in a hospital for. And I'm like, what the fuck? When did that assessment happen? No social worker came to my yard. Nobody assessed me. When did all that happen? And then I've got until the 18th of that month of March to appeal. When I look, it's the 17th of March. I've only just been given the paperwork. So I've had to read through the paperwork and quickly spirits downloading, get a solicitor. So I've managed to I'm trying to get a solicitor on they've got solicitor numbers by the desk. There's no answer. So Spirit's like, all right, then get through to the mental health department, the management team on site on this hospital. Yeah, her name's Maria. Get through to Maria, email Maria, say, I've just become aware that I have the right to appeal. I'd like to put in appeal. Can she send me an appeals application? Because if I can't get solicitors, I'm going to have to fill out this application myself. She's gone, well, don't you know that we have a list of solicitors? I said, no. She said, yeah, I'll send you a list of solicitors and you can pick any one of the solicitors and I'll contact them and tell them to contact you. So I was like, all right then, thank you. So she sent me the list and Spirit chose which solicitor to go on the list with. So I sent her about the information and lo and behold, that solicitor contacted me, said they can take on the case. All right, then I've got a solicitor now. I filled out the appeals application. They filled out bits on it too. And then it's been sent off. So my appeal's been logged with 1 day to go. Anyway, I get a letter giving me an appeals date. Yeah. So I've got a date now for my tribunal appears. Yeah. About why I'm in this madhouse. I remember I'm mad, you know. I'm still having to deal with the madhouse stuff. I'm still having to deal with the mission, but this is also part of the mission. I'm serious, you know. Like I said, I've got receipts for everything, and I'm also emailing the court because I'm still in court about my children and financial remedies. That my ex-husband was supposed to put £50,000 in my account on the 5th of March, 2025. I checked my account because I got admitted into the hospital on the 4th of March. Yeah. So the 3rd of March, the ambulance come to the house. The 4th of March, I got admitted into the hospital. The 5th of March, that money should have linked my account according to the court order. Yeah, this ain't my man wanting to or not wanting to. There is a court order in place that says he must. And the money's not in my account, so I'm emailing the court. I'm emailing the court and I'm emailing him to make them know the money ain't reached my account. And Spirit said bang the drum 3 times. Though it sounded a little bit more than 3 times. Okay, so said, so done. So I'm emailing everybody and everybody's ignoring me. It's because they already know that I'm in a madhouse. They've already been surveillancing me. Nobody should know I'm in a madhouse. It's only my 3 kids that was in my house. My oldest 3 and me. And they don't chat to family and I don't chat to family, but some of them do chat to family. And my kids are chat. Me dear. Anyway. These people are not responding to emails. I've got this tribunal case coming up. Some solicitor turns up, some black woman called Corinne Bailey. That time his solicitor's called Karen Bailey, and now her next in Bailey's turned up. I said, I'm not speaking to you. I don't know who you are, and I do not know who sent you, but I will not be speaking to you. Because they brought me out the madhouse into reception to go into a little office room on the side where the lockers are to have a conversation. And when I went out and seen who it was and seen that it was this person, I said no, and I told them to take me back into the madhouse. Because you must think I'm fucking blood clot mad if you think I'm chatting to she. So I've gone through, and then the next day, my solicitor has come, one Indian guy, and I've sat down with him and told him what I want and what's happened, and that I've got other proceedings going on at this time. My older son is being made legal guardian. He's going on with some fuck shit because the demons are him. He's telling me in the 3D I'm not coming out of hospital, and he's not getting me out of hospital. I'm thinking, who's this pitney that I breastfed and fed and nurtured and looked after? And yeah, I bust his ass too. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm raising a king. If my ancestors had said, deal with him, I'm dealing with him. If my ancestors said, don't trouble him, I'm not troubling him. I cannot apologize for the parent that I've been, because the parent I've been has been spiritually led. I take all accountability for it, and I take no accountability for it. You understand? It is what it is. It is what it was meant to be. Everybody's life is what it was meant to be. You cannot be complaining. My stepdad came in my room as a 12-year-old girl and tried to rape me. I could allow that to affect me for the rest of my life because my mum did nothing about it. In fact, she welcomed the man to stay. And I could have serious long-term issues with this shit because I qualify for it, because she's an evil piece of work. My mum is. She really is. She's an absolute demon, and I love her to bits and pieces. And all my life she's been setting me up, bringing multiple different men into the house. Why you got 3 girl children? What? I said, why are you bringing them in the house when I was 15? I said to her, why do you have to bring them home? Why can't you go out there and fuck them? She's like, no, because they might rape me out there, but if I bring them home, then I'm safe. What about us? What about us that's safe? We're not safe when you're bringing them home. Better they rape and fuck you out on the road than come in here and rape and fuck we. Don't you think so? And we're the kids.
If you wanna live like a whore, go out there and live like a whore. That's your prerogative. But you don't have to live like a whore in the sanctuary of our home. In the sanctuary of my home. What nonsense are you going on with? And these are the problems I had with Janet. Because it never made sense to me. You're a hypocrite. You say one thing and you do something else. It's a madness. Mental health. That's the real mental health right there. You don't keep your word. Yeah, man. So I say to say, Silara, because I'm coming back to you, that we were supposed to do this business thing together and set up this DAO, decentralized organization, association, or something like that. I can't remember for some reason, but I done the paperwork on it. So she sent me something, then I sent her some paperwork back, and we liked each other's paperwork. And was talking about the paperwork on the phone call, and she was articulating herself about what this meant. I was asking questions, but I was also taking notes. So at the end, I didn't ask my questions why she was talking. I listened to what she had to say for probably just under an hour. And then I said, I have some questions. Do you mind? And she was like, not at all. So obviously I'd been making notes. So I went through my questions, which were very deep questions because they come from spirit, obviously. So she was just like, wow. And again, she was articulating herself and answering the questions. It was really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. You know, and yeah, Spirit was just like, I don't need to say much because I'm interviewing her to understand where her morals, her discernment lies, find out and understand the reason behind it. And what came through is that there are so many good intentions, but because she just has this little dark intention about getting rich quick, it just made some of the energy wobble differently. You know what I'm saying? And it put certain things on other timelines. You know what I mean? Which meant that this is not the time to get into bed with my girl just yet. You know what I mean? Because there's certain frequencies that they're not matching up, and it'd be silly because you just end up going around in a cycle again when you already got the knowledge now to know discernment well in advance, because you can just see the frequencies off. So me and her haven't spoke since, you know, but she has watched the video that I sent her. And if it comes around again, it comes around again. And if it don't come around, then it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. It is what it is. So yeah, let me lock off this because I don't know where I got 42 minutes from to write it up. And they said, we're not done yet. Listen, this is what Stacey's talking about. See, I've gone into the next one. So they're right. We're not done yet. But Stacey's saying that they need to give me time to recover. So I've just come from a 24-hour flight or whatever it was from Bali to the UK, traveling from Bali to Dubai, like I said, into London, and then from London to Birmingham alone, it's 3 hours. And that was on coach, you know what I mean? And I didn't even sleep. And then I've had to catch a taxi, which is another half an hour from Birmingham to where I live. So it's whole heap of traveling I've done today. And this is what Stacey was saying about just giving me time to recuperate and repair, because I'm still blood and flesh at the end of the day. But as I said, I've already been given the second mission, and it's on. I think that's Stacey's beat that she does when we're in shamanic class, and she's walking us through a journey. Sounds something like that. I think I'm overthinking it. Some of you guys must be overthinking things, because I never overthink things like this, because I'm usually in my room by myself, talking to you guys through the ether, not through the mobile phone. You know, but it's actually being recorded and frozen in time and space. What is it though? And time and space don't really exist, they're just an illusion. Anyway, I was telling you that Mikhail's gonna come back. I was telling you who my children are. Mikhail's gonna come back and he's gonna call me Your Majesty. And I know it's true, because in 2022, when I was in the kitchen at 11 Clarence Gardens, I was being brought back by spirit. I was sitting on a stool. Spirit was bringing me back so far back. I was like, I'm going to lick my head off the wall. The stool's going to topple over. I'm going to lick my head off the wall. I'm going to put my neck, spirit. And I was like, no, you're not. Carry on leaning. I was like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. And the next thing you know, my son just came and lifted me up and sat me back up on the chair. And as he did it, I heard in the 4D and the 5D, Your Majesty. In the 3D, when I opened up my eyes and looked at him, he was looking at me in complete disgust. What are you doing, Mom? Can't you see he's about to fall off the chair? But in the 4D and the 5D, he called me Majesty. And I was so my ancestors called me Majesty. My ancestors called me Majesty, and then they blew up in a white fucking star. You get what I'm saying? I just burst into a white bright light and just called me Your Majesty. We bow down to you. I thought, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? My ancestors, my G ancestors and somebody's ascended masters all lined up in front of my chest of drawers, and they've just burst into a white light in my bedroom while I'm lying on the bed. I've just come out of a dance ritual. I'm lying on the bed trying to catch my breath, and I look to the side and the ancestors are there and they burst into a white light and they call me Your Majesty and they bow down to me. I tell you, I just finished a dance underwater, a mermaid dance. And I was a blue mermaid, blue and silver. And I was like, this ain't me. I'm a gold mermaid. But they're trying to convince me that I'm a blue mermaid. So Spirit was like, just go with it. Yeah, mermaid. What does it mean? Mermaid, go mermaid. And I got into the center of the ocean. And all my family, I could see my sisters and my mom and my nan and my aunties and that. They're all in their little mermaid outfits because we're underwater, innit? It's like Aqualand. This is what I'm seeing. And I'm in a trance, and this is what I'm seeing in this trance, or whatever it is. And they're all on the sidelines watching. And the music's playing. There's music in my bedroom playing. Yeah, I love listening to all kinds of music, like, you know, R&B, bashment, whatever. And there's music playing. My hand feels like it's gonna break up now. There's all this music playing. There's all this music playing. I started to dance in a ritual underwater. And my body is moving in the 3D. It's moving in the 4D and it's moving in the 5D. And I am dancing like I've never danced before. And it's beautiful to watch. I'm watching myself dance. And I'm watching everybody watching me dance. I'm watching the divine watching me dance. And I've got these mermaid, they're like fins coming off my tail and off my arms and off the bottom of my tail and on my head. And every time I'm moving like a figure of 8, they're just following me afterwards, you know. It's just, it's so beautiful. All these special moves I'm doing. And they're like, look at her, look at her. That's all you can hear telepathically. Look at her. You would think she's still 20. You would think she's still in her fucking 20s. I'm in my 40s, obviously. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm in my 40s, I'm not 20. And they're saying you would think she's still 20, but really what they were saying, because I got more downloads, is that she has not been in this Atlantean body for lifetimes and lifetimes, over centuries and centuries. Like, the mind cannot comprehend how long it has actually been. How long this matrix has been on repeat. The mind cannot comprehend. You probably think a few thousand million years, innit? No. Double, triple, quadruple. The mind cannot comprehend this infinite number of times we've been on this same fucking cycle. So, what was I saying? Spirit. Killing me. Can we just done this video then, please? Put it on a timeout. And just label them all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It don't really matter. That means whatever video you'll find, you'll know that's number 8 in the chapter. Yeah, I'm saying, oh, that's number 1 or 2 or whatever. 34, 64, 99, 11, 12, 19, 18, 17 with a dot, 16 with a decimal dot. So there's I was telling you before that I've written these books and there's all these codes. People that are really good with numbers, I might need to call on your help, just like I've had to call on Sia's help and Saleva's help so far to break down certain things that I'm getting, because it's a lot of information. It's a lot of information. Alright, let's head on that note then. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Take time, okay? Take time. You're on the free line.